Hi, Brian from X Objects. In this clip I'm going to show you how to apply the green adhesive paint that came with your up printer onto the iBP plate. So the iBP is meant to be multi-use, so you can choose the type of treatment you use for each print that you make, depending on how aggressive you need to be with the adhesion of the part to the platform. So this is our basic iBP plate that has one side with Kapton film on it and the other is bare glass. And what we're going to do is use this side to apply the adhesive paint. And this is used generally for more aggressive adhesion for difficult prints. So you want to clean that glass off with a cloth and a little bit of rubbing alcohol if you'd like to get the grease off of it. And then take your green adhesive paint that came with your up and the brush that came with your up and follow the pattern that I'm going to show you to get the best even coat of paint on the surface. You want a very even coat. So there's your paint, and what I'm doing each time I dip the brush into the adhesive paint bottle, I'm doing a full dip that covers the brushes and I do not scrape it off. So that is one dip of paint. Okay, that's what I'm considering one dip of paint. And you want to, again, take the bare side of the plate and start to do a pattern that follows this. Coming from that corner there and to there. Dip again, one full dip. Again, from here to here, one full dip. Continue this pattern until you get this shape onto the plate. Okay, that is the right amount of paint, and that is based on the number of dips that I made. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dips. Keep this paint on the brush. Now, work this out to the edges. Now, bring it right to the edge. And notice how my brush exits the plate on an angle. That ensures that paint doesn't gather on the edge of the plate. And when I'm coming off this edge, do the same thing. Angle the brush so that you're not catching paint on the edge of the platform. And you can do that in one motion by just rotating your brush as you bring it back and forth. So back and forth. And that's a perfectly even coat of green adhesive paint on the iBP plate. Okay, you want to let that dry just briefly until it's not tacky or just tacky and not wet to the touch, and then start printing on it right away. Obviously preheat your platform with the glass on it, but we'll talk about that more later. Now, if you are still getting peeling with that one treatment, then I would go ahead and do a second treatment. 2 coats of this give you the maximum adhesion possible. So again, you do your 4 sides, connect the corners, and then again. Okay, and then when you're done that, let it dry for a bit. Now scrape the excess off. And just wash your brush in basically warm or hot water. Get all the paint out of it. Make sure not to leave your brushes stored in your water like that, because it will ruin the bristles. And that's a sable brush that came with your up. So it's a very high quality brush. Make sure you get all the paint out of the roots of the bristles, and then wipe it down, and it'll be ready for your next use. So that is how to apply the green adhesive paint onto your iBP plate.